What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to see just how strong Captain Britain is on an account with 25% Pierce and 126% energy attack. How far can she go on an account with a pretty damn good build? Now, it isn't a fully complete build, but right now I'm ranked 324. She has 48,000 energy attack. All of her stats are maxed out except for her critical rate. And if her critical rate was maxed out, she'd actually be a lot stronger, man. This girl does a lot of hits. And if you are lucky enough to get her artifact, I actually did try to get her artifact. Spent a couple thousand Celestial Essence. Of course, didn't get anything, which totally sucks, man. I really hate that artifact system. It totally crap. But if you did have the artifact, you could jump up this critical damage to 230% if you had the 6-star artifact, which is practically impossible to get, although some people may get that thing. I've also upgraded her quite a bit in the Uru section, where now she already had mythic energy attack Urus, but now she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Odin's Blessings, and I honestly needed those Odin's Blessings to really push her as hard as I did. And if I ever get any more Odin's Blessings, I might slap them on her. But the thing is, man, I could probably go a little bit further, but the clear that I'm going to show you guys today was actually very difficult. It was not easy at all. She would do so good, but in the very last phase, man, she has problems. She has problems taking Null down in the very last phase, man. It really sucks. And I did decide to slap a mighty CTP of Judgment on her. Now, I want to throw out a little bit of a rant regarding this obelisk. So, 2 nights ago on my live stream, I actually got a CTP of Judgment from the Shang-Chi legendary battle, right? And then I ended up reforging it, and I got a mighty CTP of Judgment. And the first roll that I got was 20% increase of all attack instead of type amplification proc. And whenever I played her with the 20% extra attack, which actually gave me a total of 146% energy attack in total, you know, the amount of time it took her to do like the first phase against Null, whenever I got this proc right here, the type amplification, it was the same. I didn't notice any difference in the damage at all between 20% all attack and this proc here. Now, this isn't the max. I believe the increased additional type skill damage goes up to 40%, and the increased additional type skill damage by 60% goes up to by 70% of concentration for 5 seconds. I'm not exactly sure, just to be fully transparent with you guys, I'm not exactly sure how this obelisk works as far as, you know, the type amplification. If any of you know, please let me know in the comments down below. But I can tell you guys, at least on Psylocke, right? At least, you know, in stage 40 against Null, I didn't notice any difference between having 20% all attack and having this proc right here. We do have the 200% damage proc. Now, to be fair about things, whenever I had that 20% all attack proc, my all basic attack increase here, it says 18.9%. This was actually at 32% when I had the increase all attack by 20%. So maybe that's what's making the difference. And my uniform is actually at legendary. So I still got a little bit of room to grow. I can still put this uniform at mythic. If you guys want to look at the uniform options, you know, you got Winter Soldier here, Corvus, Luke Cage, and then Immortal Hulk, and then the next one is going to be Professor X. But I can definitely make her stronger once I get her uniform at mythic, get an extra, you know, a little extra, get 2% more attack, get that extra stat from that last uniform bonus, and that would help out quite a bit. The run that I'm going to show you guys, I actually did really well with her. And the mighty CTP of Judgment, I do think, is the best way to go, or just a regular CTP of Judgment. Obviously, if you had a brilliant CTP of Judgment, that would be pretty godly on this character. But, you know, even with 25% Pierce, you know, whenever you reach like stage 40 against Null, you will find that you're probably more than likely, for most characters, I'm not going to say all, but for most characters, you're probably going to end up needing a mighty CTP of Energy, or mighty CTP of Judgment, or mighty CTP of Destruction. And, you know, and later on, you're probably going to get to the point where you're actually going to need a brilliant, until we get more characters that are actually a lot stronger than the characters that we currently have. Now, we can go ahead and do a run against Mephisto here. It's not really going to be all that challenging because I'm only at stage 21 against Mephisto, and we can't use Captain Britain because she is a mutant. But we can go to stage 14, and we can just do like a little solo with her. So the most difficult thing about this is just trying to keep her alive, man. She's super fragile. She dies so easy. The damage is definitely there. I mean, she can absolutely whoop this thing as far as her power level. But if she gets caught in anything, she will croak. Like, any of these environmental attacks are deadly to her. I mean, guys, look at the damage she's already taken. Now, I should have used my heal later. But look at how fast she broke the meter, right? She destroyed that thing. We're going to build up our proc here. And we're going to save our heal. We're going to use our heal at the end here. That way we can at least get the heal. I really wish they would have gave her the heal at the beginning of the skill. It would have made her so much better. Instead of the way they designed her, it kind of sucks. Alright, and... get out of there, get out of there, And... Ooh. Get out of there, get out of there, get that heal, get that heal. There we go. We're going to switch to Blue Dragon because she's a lot faster than Captain Britain. I always want to say Psylocke. I never want to say Captain Britain. Okay. Run around. Now, Blue Dragon, man, she can run. This girl is quick. Quick on the feet. Take out those bars. And voila. Easy peasy. Now we want to be real careful here. And watch that time freeze. Now we're going to wait for the awaken skill to get off cooldown here. There we go. That way we can murder this guy. Come on, get out of there, 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 get out of there. Now, one thing that is nice about her third skill is that you can actually get away from him, right? It dashes away from him. We're going to switch to Blue Dragon again. So I need somebody with some good movement speed here. All right, and 5. And bye-bye bars. And there you go, guys. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Complete solo by herself. Pretty easy. I mean, really the only thing difficult, like I said earlier, is just to keep her alive. That's the thing that's kind of the pain in the butt when it comes to this character. But her damage really is supreme. She really is a powerful character. So I'll go ahead and bring up a run I did against Null for you guys. The highest that I've been able to do so far. All right, so I'll pull it up for you guys. Now, this is stage 40 right here. And I believe she could probably go higher, especially when you see the time that I did this is. We got a little slow-mo there. I don't know how the hell that happened. But whenever I, play Psylocke or Captain Britain, I always like to hit her third skill first to get her attack buff. And then I usually hit her awaken skill afterwards. That way, I mean, she's got immunity to guard break. But it's really good sometimes to have your super armor up as well, because some attacks can guard break you even though you have immunity to guard break. So you need to be really careful of that. Or actually what happens is your force skill can actually get interrupted. Like a lot of times, what I used to do is I'd go 3 and then I'd go 4 and then I'd go awaken skill. And the 4, even though you got immunity to guard break, you can still get guard broken sometimes. But if you hit your awaken skill first, you'll get your invincibility and you'll have your immunity guard break all at the same time. So you'll never get guard broken if you do it that way. And it seems like I do a little bit more damage that way as well. It seems like the awaken skill, it'll trigger some hits and I'll get more of the type amplification proc during the entire rotation of the 5, the 4, and the awaken skill all combined. It seems like I get a little bit more. And Shang-Chi actually did this as well, right? He did stage 40, but the difference is, I did use Waves leadership like I am with Captain Britain here, but Shang-Chi has White Fox, right? He's got a 65% damage to supervillain support, along with the extra 15% chain hit damage, along with the extra 15% all attack. I mean, White Fox is just a huge buff, and maybe one of these days a miracle will happen, and the mutants will get a buff like what the characters with leadership have. Now, they already have one in Dazzler, right? And Dazzler gives an increase to boss types by 65% and ignore dodge by 70%. So, if Dazzler ever gets an awakened skill, then she's going to be god tier support for your mutants, which would be awesome, especially for a character like, I'm just going to say Psylocke, all right? Especially for a character like her, right? It would just help her so much. She's actually on par with Shang-Chi as far as damage. It's just that she doesn't have the same supports as he does. And that makes a huge difference, guys. I mean, Mystique is not near as good a support as White Fox. You're getting 40% damage to supervillains here instead of 65% if you have the newest uniform with White Fox. not to mention the chain hit and the extra all attack. It makes a huge difference. So I really had to buff up Psylocke quite a bit for her to be able to do this. It took me quite a few runs. It really wasn't that bad keeping her alive, honestly, against Null, because I know his patterns. I know when I need to be switching my characters. And I do like to use my Awaken skills more often because she's got a similar thing like Human Torch does, where he does, obviously, the abundance of his damage is going to be on the Awaken skill. So a lot of times I might, if the Awaken skill is, within an 8-second, it's getting ready to be used in another 8 seconds or so, I'll go ahead and just wait that 8 seconds and use the Awaken skill, because I find that I do a lot more damage that way. But she does struggle at the very end big time because she's just so fragile. You can't use her, whenever Null's got that big cage around him and he's absorbing all the symbiotes, he does a lot of damage to you. And if you try to attack him in that phase, you will die. And it sucks because if you could attack him, right, if there was a huge decreased damage received that she had available to her in her kit or from a support, then you can actually attack early, do some damage, right? Break him down a little bit, break that meter down a little bit, his life bar down a little bit, and then in the last phase, it'd be a lot easier to take him out. And that's kind of the thing that makes it really difficult with a character like this that's so fragile. I mean, it really is her biggest downfall. Her damage is definitely good. It's, like I said, it's on par with Moonstone. Maybe I'll do like a little comparison, maybe with the Mighty CTP of Judgment versus the Mighty CTP of Energy on Moonstone. Maybe I'll do something like that in another video. And right here, I probably didn't need to use my Awaken skill, but I'm trying to do this as fast as I can. Like right now, guys, I cannot attack. If I jump in there, well, for one, I don't have super armor. You need super armor if you're going to attack in this moment of the phase. So in Psylocke's case, you absolutely need that Awaken skill. She doesn't have invincibility on her skill. She's got immunity, but she doesn't have invincibility. So she will get guard broken even though she has immunity to guard break. And I don't know, we had a little bit of a freeze frame there. Weird. I think maybe a little bug when I was recording last time. Maybe something like that happened. And, I mean, she'll get it done here, guys, But, yeah. And look at how it's coming down to the wire. I'm just trying to pour as much damage as I can, right? But we had 31 seconds to spare. Now, it's possible that she could go a step higher, and she could probably do stage 41 on my account. She probably could. She probably could do stage 41 with a abundance of runs and a little RNG on your side as far as, how many critical hits you do. I mean, if you had the artifact on her, I mean, there's a lot of little variables in there. I mean, she is a god. She's got godly power, but God Almighty, I wish her survivability was better. But the thing is, we have other characters like Spider-Man, right? Who I could actually put in there and put a brilliant CTP of Destruction on him, and he's going to do even better, right? In the world boss. Because you need characters with agility when you reach stage 40. And I believe when you reach stage 45, you need speed type characters, which Psylocke isn't, right? So I thought about putting a brilliant CTP of Destruction on her, but I feel like, it's cost 1,500 crystals to unequip that damn thing. And yeah, I mean, you're talking a lot of moolah, and you guys see the amount of crystals I have. So if I do unequip it, I'd rather put it on a character that can actually carry me, hopefully, to stage 50, which, someone like Spider-Man who has the agility tag and is a speed type probably can with that brilliant CTP of Destruction. But I mean, she is godly powerful. I mean, honestly, to do stage 40 is a feat, especially considering that she doesn't have a huge support like someone like Shang-Chi. But he did do it with a rage, so there's that also. And if I had this girl's uniform at Mythic, maybe I could have done it a little bit faster. Obviously, if I had some more Odin's Blessings on her, probably could have done it faster. But I do believe I pretty much reached about the limit. I think her limit on my account with 25% Pierce, 126% Energy Attack with a mighty CTP of Judgment is probably around stage 41. Probably around stage 41, I would say, be about the maximum limit that she could go. Maybe she could go further with a supreme perfect run, which is almost impossible to get. But let me know what y'all think about Psylocke doing stage 40 with 30 seconds to spare. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.